All right, so welcome to the deep dive. You're here with us because you want to take those deep dives
Yeah.
in really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, and quickly,
Yes. Yeah,
without
yeah.
getting
But
overwhelmed.
exactly. That's the whole point.
Right.
Yeah. So today,
Aha moments.
yes, those aha moments, those are the best. And today we're diving into something really, really unique.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this is something that one of you actually sent to us. And I got to say, it's pretty amazing.
It is, yeah.
It's this concept album.
Yes. A concept album.
It's called Sefech-Ba-Ra, The Seven Souls Descent and Ascent by this artist, Rama.
Yeah, you flagged an article for us that profiles this artist,
Right.
Rama, and then goes into a review of this very album. So think of it as like your own personal deep dive expedition into the sonic world. Like we're
Yeah.
right there with you going through it and hopefully experiencing some of those aha moments together.
Absolutely. And we really want to make sure that you come away from this understanding, not just, what's going on in the music itself,
Right.
but like, what are those deeper concepts?
Yeah.
What's the story that's unfolding?
The narrative.
Yes, the narrative. And then,
And this persona.
yes.
This really fascinating persona.
So Rama,
Yeah.
the article describes her as this,
Matriarch trapped in time.
oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's a very evocative description.
It is.
And
And it gets even better because...
it's not even really a name
Right.
in the traditional sense.
Yeah, it's more like a title
It's a title.
from this like long forgotten era.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like right away you're just drawn into this incredible backstory.
Yeah, totally.
So this persona Sefech-Ba-Ra,
Yeah.
huge, huge figure in ancient Egypt.
Oh, yeah. She was a high priestess.
Oh, wow.
An oracle, even.
Okay, so like top tier.
Oh, yeah. Top tier.
They're really important.
Yeah. And serving under Ra, the sun god.
So this is serious stuff.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And, when you think about that title,
Yeah. Keeper of the Seven Souls.
Keeper of the Seven Souls,
Yeah.
that's not just like a casual thing
No.
that suggests a really, really profound
Yeah.
spiritual duty,
Right.
like entrusted with something hugely important.
Right.
And then this ability to see the veil between worlds.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's not something you come across every day.
No.
So you can imagine somebody like that would have a very, very unique perspective on existence.
Yeah, absolutely. And the article really emphasizes that there was a heavy price to pay
Right?
for that knowledge and that status.
Yeah.
We're talking about like betrayal.
Erasure of her name from history
Oh, wow.
and ultimately premature entombment.
Like it's like ripped from the pages of some kind of ancient epic.
It really is, yeah.
But here's where things get really interesting for us because
South
she
Colorado.
wakes up in our modern world.
The curse of the eternal return,
Yeah.
as the article
I
called
mean, can you imagine waking
Yeah.
up millennia later?
I mean, talk about being adrift.
You're cut off from your own time,
Yeah,
your ancestors.
right.
The world around you has completely forgotten,
Yeah,
the very foundations of your existence.
yeah. That's
It's a powerful image
it is.
of just like disorientation,
Yeah,
profound disorientation.
and like loss of connection.
Yeah, a real pain of lost connection. So what does she do?
Yeah,
She turns to music.
right. It's like this vital link
Yeah.
to her past.
Yeah, almost a ritualistic practice.
Yeah.
Her voice isn't just delivering lyrics. It's
Right.
like an invocation, a
Yeah.
deliberate attempt to unearth these ancient frequencies
Yeah,
that might still be resonating somewhere.
deep down,
Right.
underneath all the noise of the modern world.
Exactly. Like she's trying to piece together
Yeah.
her past through sound.
Right.
And that takes us to the album itself,
Yes.
Sefech-Ba-Ra, The Seven Souls Descent and Ascent.
Okay.
And the article makes it very clear that
This is not.
this is not just an album
Yeah.
you put on in the background.
Right.
This is a conjuration,
Okay.
a sonic odyssey,
Wow.
and to guide you through these mysteries of ancient Egypt.
So it's like a journey you're going on with the artist.
Yes,
Ah,
exactly.
And what a journey it is.
I know, right?
It's like plunging into the Egyptian underworld, the Duat.
We're talking about spiritual transformation here.
Yeah.
Descent into chaos.
Okay.
Confrontation with fundamental truths.
All right.
Invocation of ancient powers.
Wow.
And then hopefully transcendence beyond the limits of the self.
I mean, that just sounds...
It's
sounds pretty immersive.
It's incredibly immersive. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's structured almost like a ritualistic drama,
Okay.
unfolding over several acts.
I like that.
Yeah, each section serves a purpose.
Right.
It's guiding you, the listener, through this symbolic process
Okay.
of death and rebirth.
So it's like a sonic pilgrimage.
It is a sonic pilgrimage. Okay, well, let's take our listeners through some of these key moments then.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the prologue is called The Opening of the Way.
The opening of the way.
Yeah. And it really does feel like you're at this threshold.
Right.
You're the protagonist in the story.
You're stepping into the unknown.
Yeah. And this figure, Awkward, is beckoning you forward as the gates of the Duat are opening.
And the way the music starts with these ancient hymns, and you hear these forgotten names whispered. It really sets the stage.
Right away.
Yeah, right away.
You're like, oh, okay, this is rooted in something.
Deep,
Deep and ancient.
Yeah, okay. Then we come to the descent into Duat.
The descent. I mean, the imagery here is
striking. Like you're falling through shifting sands.
Yeah.
And the Book of the Dead is there, but it's not just a text. It's like a living testament.
Yeah, like it's breathing.
Yeah, and you're not sure if it's there to guide you or to warn you. But then there's this unexpected twist.
Okay.
The protagonist is repelled back to the Earth realm.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and thrust into systematic dysfunction.
Systematic dysfunction.
Doesn't it?
Very modern.
It's jarring.
Yeah, and unsettling.
Especially after that ancient opening.
So, like, what's going on there?
Well, I think it's interesting how it juxtaposes the ancient spiritual journey with this very contemporary sense of being trapped by earthly illusions. It's like this broken existence.
Yeah.
The spirits are described as convulsing in the agony of existence unfulfilled.
Oh, wow.
So it's making this connection between the ancient idea of the underworld and this modern feeling of being lost and disconnected.
Totally. Okay, Act 2.
The Shadows Call.
The Shadows Call. We're going deeper now.
Deeper.
Into the depths. We're in the black waters of none.
The primordial abyss. Okay.
From which creation springs.
Yeah.
We pass the souls in Tatu.
Yeah.
And the article sort of hints that this represents the consequences of your earthly life.
Okay, so like a reckoning.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of reckoning there.
Okay.
And then you've got the weighing of the heart against the feather of Ma'at.
Right.
The embodiment of truth and cosmic order.
Right, so heavy stuff.
Oh yeah, heavy stuff.
And then these figures appear.
Okay.
Nebthet. Often associated with shadows.
Shadows, hidden knowledge.
Okay.
And then the serpent Bujit.
The serpent.
Yeah, powerful symbol of ancient wisdom and protection.
Okay.
Leading to the Tanabra vision.
Tanabra vision, what is that?
It seems to be a moment of intense self-confrontation.
Okay.
For the protagonist.
Okay, so for me, the listener.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Facing your own inner landscape.
All right.
And those hidden truths.
Right.
Before you can move forward.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, there's so much symbolism here. Oh, yeah, layers and layers of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got none. The undifferentiated waters of creation, the source of everything.
The source of everything.
The souls in Tatu. Yeah, that accountability.
Yeah, that reminder of accountability.
And then Nebthet, Lady of Shadows, guiding us through the subconscious.
Yeah.
And then Urajit offering this glimpse into ancient secrets.
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
It's a lot to unpack.
It is a lot to unpack, but it sounds amazing.
It does, yeah.
Okay, so then we get the invocation.
The invocation.
And conjuration to call forth.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it really feels like we're at the heart.
The ritualistic heart of the journey.
Yeah.
The protagonist and you, the listener, are actively summoning
powerful forces.
Yeah.
And it's like we're blurring the boundary
between the seen and unseen worlds.
Right. And the article asks this really interesting question.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
When you call upon these ancient energies, can you really control what you might awaken?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because... I mean,
history and mythology would suggest that invoking these ancient powers is never without risk.
Right.
There can be unforeseen consequences.
Totally.
It's like a delicate balance between seeking revelation and the inherent dangers of the unknown.
Right. Okay, Act 3.
Awakening through the abyss.
Awakening through the abyss.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this huge figure emerges, Ozar.
Who you might know as Osiris.
Osiris, yeah, the god of the afterlife and resurrection.
Exactly.
Okay, so the protagonist is holding the magic ring of Solomon.
That's interesting.
It is interesting, right? Because
it's like a blend of different mythologies.
Yeah, you got Solomon from the Judeo-Christian Islamic traditions.
Associated with wisdom and power.
Right. Yeah.
So what does that mean for the protagonist?
Right.
Does it symbolize a kind of spiritual power?
Okay.
Or maybe a merging of esoteric traditions?
Yeah.
Suggesting this universality to these underlying principles?
Okay.
And then reality itself seems to break down in pixelated reality.
Oh, wow.
And then consciousness expands from 1 to 3 to multiplicity.
Okay.
So there's this definite shift happening,
Yeah.
the fracturing of reality that could represent the breakdown of old perceptions, which you often need to have a genuine expansion of consciousness.
Right.
And then you have walking with Nebthet.
Oh, wow.
A sense of guidance again.
Okay.
And then this powerful image of eternal Azar.
Eternal Azar. So it sounds like...
It sounds like a pivotal moment.
Yeah, a pivotal moment for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally we reach Act 4.
Right.
The path to non-duality.
The path to non-duality.
I mean, this sounds like the culmination.
Yeah, the culmination of the whole journey.
The whole thing.
Yeah, concepts start to dissolve in non-dual divinity.
Non-dual divinity.
It's like this understanding that everything is interconnected.
Right, part of this unified whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the seven souls align to form the Sefech-Ba-Ra.
The complete self.
Wow.
Yeah, and the protagonist becomes time itself.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's heavy.
It's heavy.
And then even the heartbeat in arterial synchronizes with the cosmos.
Wow.
So it's like this total alignment.
Total alignment, yeah.
But there's one final test.
Okay.
Twisted reality.
Okay.
And then this countdown.
Oh, wow.
To the profound silence of the pulse of the abyss.
Pulse of the abyss.
Yeah, leading to transcendence. Like you've reached this state of being beyond individual identity.
Right.
Yeah, and the non-dual divinity, as you were saying, it's a key concept in many mystical traditions, emphasizing this interconnectedness and the alignment of the seven souls. It's like an inner harmonization, bringing together all these different aspects of yourself into this unified whole.
Wow.
Yeah, and the pulse of the abyss, that's the primordial void, the source, and maybe the destination of all things.
Okay.
This state beyond the ego.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we come to the epilogue.
The field of reeds.
The field of reeds.
Yeah, it just paints this peaceful image.
Yeah, like this gentle wind over golden waters.
Yeah, and whether it's literal paradise or another layer of dream, the article suggests that the journey has changed the soul. Right. And then that final whisper, you are.
Yeah.
It's both minimal and incredibly meaningful.
It really is, yeah.
So the field of reeds, or Aru, it represents paradise in Egyptian mythology. Right. But I think the ambiguity of whether it's a final destination or just another stage in the cycle emphasizes that the real significance is the transformation, the process itself, regardless of the ultimate resolution.
Yeah, and that you are stripped of everything else. Yeah. It affirms this fundamental level of being.
Yeah, just your core identity that persists beyond the trials of the journey.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so the article also goes into how the music...
Sonic landscape.
Yeah, really reflects this narrative.
It's so well crafted.
It is like tracks, like Apu.
Yeah.
Using these deep, dark electronic sounds.
Yeah, to evoke that feeling of entering the gateway.
And Book of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Ominous bass drops representing the weight, the gravity of the journey.
The gravity.
And then you have repelled to the earth realm with this industrial chaos.
Like being thrown back into this broken world.
Yeah, and systematic dysfunction, like fragmented.
Sonic existence.
It's so deliberate.
Yeah.
The way she uses sound to enhance the story.
Yeah, and I think that really comes through in the reviewer's description of the album.
Yeah.
They call it a sonic ritual.
Sonic ritual.
Yeah. It's not just a collection of songs.
Not at all.
It's a fully immersive experience.
Yeah. And they talk about the atmosphere being thick with this sense of ritual.
These deep synths, spectral voices pulling you down.
Yeah, during that descent.
During the descent.
It's like you're being dragged down into the depths.
The sonic elements are so powerful, like that weight pulling you downward.
Yeah.
Really emphasizes the active nature of listening.
Right.
You have to be present with this music.
Totally.
It demands your attention.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the reviewer also notes the ritualistic intensity.
Yeah.
And this amazing blend of ancient Egyptian rites.
Yes.
With these modern electronic textures.
Right.
Tracks like Veil of the Black Sun.
Yeah.
Seven Shadows, Seven Flames.
Yeah.
And the Obsidian Rite.
Oh, wow. The Obsidian Rite.
Which sounds pretty ominous.
Yeah, it does.
It's like she's grounding the music.
Yeah.
In those ancient images, but with a modern sonic palette.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's not afraid to use these unsettling sounds.
Yeah.
You know, the reviewer mentions rattling bones.
Oh, wow.
Temple bells.
Oh, yeah.
Guttural chants. Okay.
alongside the electronic textures.
Yeah, so it's like a really rich sonic tapestry.
It is a rich sonic tapestry.
And then the judgment section.
Oh, yeah, judgment.
Evokes this vast, cavernous void.
Where time folds in on itself.
Oh, wow.
It's like a space beyond conventional reality.
Okay.
And the central track of this section, Sefech-Ba-Ra, the Black Lotus Rite, represents the weighing of the soul.
That's heavy.
It is heavy.
I mean, that image of the scales, the feather.
The feather of Mott.
It's so powerful.
It's such a powerful image.
And the Ascent section.
Yeah, the Ascent.
The reviewer points out that it's not about a neat resolution. It's about this ongoing transformation, you know?
It's not tied up in a bow.
No.
It's messy.
Yeah.
There are these shifting rhythms and fractured melodies.
Yeah, like in the Seven Souls passage, and there's this lingering question of peace or dissolution in Aru's distant shore.
It leaves you thinking.
It leaves you wondering.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and those fractured melodies could represent the breaking down of the old self.
Right.
You know?
And the ambiguity around Aru's distant shore.
Yeah, it makes you contemplate the ultimate fate of the soul. Or maybe the ongoing nature of the journey itself.
So it's not a simple ending.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's like it leaves you with more questions than answers.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reviewer ultimately concludes that the album is a rite of passage.
A rite of passage.
An auditory ritual.
That channels ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Through this modern lens.
And it demands immersion.
Full immersion.
Yeah. And while it can be unsettling, it's also mesmerizing.
Mesmerizing.
And ultimately transcendent.
Yeah. And they gave it a very high rating.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a unique and potent listening experience.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as we bring this deep dive to a close, you've hopefully gained a good understanding of Hairama.
That fascinating persona.
Yeah. This figure pulled from the past.
Yeah.
Now expressing her ancient memories.
Right.
Through this incredibly rich
and complex
conceptual album, Sefech-Ba-Ra.
Yeah, it's a really unique exploration of ancient Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, those themes of death and rebirth all set within this contemporary soundscape.
And it's so engaging.
It is.
It's not like reading a textbook. It's like you're experiencing these ideas directly through sound.
And it makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
About how these ancient myths and concepts still resonate today and find new expression
in the hands of modern artists.
Yeah, so what aspects of Hairama's journey or the album's narrative really sparked your curiosity?
Big question.
It's definitely something to think about.
It is.
Yeah.
And we encourage you to check out Sefech-Ba-Ra, the Seven Souls Descent and Ascent.
Yeah.
Immerse yourself in this sonic ritual.
Absolutely.
And if this deep dive has sparked your interest, there's a whole world of ancient Egyptian thought and symbolism
to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening.